Hello fellow aviators, welcome back to Aliong'o Aerosphere, where we love aviation, we do aviation. Just to recap, remember that in 1999, African leaders adopted the Yamoussoukro Decision. Now, the Yamoussoukro Decision was based on an earlier Yamoussoukro Declaration of 1988. And this was a bold step towards creating a single liberalized air transport market for Africa. Now, this historic agreement is supported by 6 annexes, of which we've seen the first 3 annexes. Maybe just a recap on this. Annex 1 is the commitment of African states that are going to implement the Yamoussoukro Decision, and Annex 2 talks about the duties and responsibilities of the monitoring body, which is the oversight group that ensures countries and institutions follow through. Now, Annex 3 is about dispute settlement mechanisms, which outlines how disagreements are resolved fairly and transparently. Now, today in this video, let's focus on Annex 4. And Annex 4 is about the regulations on the powers, functions, and operations of the executing agency. Now, to understand Annex 4, it's important to see how it works alongside the monitoring body. Now, remember, the monitoring body, which was established under Annex 2, plays an oversight and coordination role. It brings together key institutions. Now, the African Union Commission, AFCAC, which is the executing agency, AFRA is the African Airlines Association, Regional Economic Communities, and UNECA. UNECA is basically the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Now, this together, they form the monitoring body, which is to supervise implementation, evaluate compliance, and advise on policy direction. Now, the executing agency defined in Annex 4 is different. It is basically the technical and operational arm. You see, it's responsible for the day-to-day implementation of the Yamoussoukro Decision. Now, this role is currently carried out by the African Civil Aviation Commission, AFCAC. And remember, AFCAC is also part of the monitoring body. Now, while the monitoring body oversees progress, the executing agency makes it happen, monitoring compliance, enforcing competition rules, and ensuring that Africa's skies operate under a single harmonized system. Now, Annex 4 gives life to the Yamoussoukro Decision, turning policy into action through the power of collaboration, oversight, and execution. So that's it for Annex 4, from vision to action, building Africa's unified skies. So thank you very much for stopping by. Just remember, Annex 4 is regulations on the powers, functions, and operations of the executing agency. Think of Annex 4, think of the executing agency. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure having you over, and we'll say kwaheri kwa leo. See you in the next one. Bye bye.